And joining me now remotely via great technology, we're able to bring Dr. Russell Swager from the LCOO Ojibwe University into the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing very well. And yourself?
I'm awesome. Yeah.
Good, good.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
So, you wanted to talk a little bit about some of the new things that are happening at the university. I'll just give you the floor and let you talk about those things.
Well, thanks. I sure appreciate making time for the university. Uh, I just want to remind everybody that this is because we went through the exercise of name change. One of the words that we dropped from our name was the word community. And so as we become the university, I want everybody to know that we're still a community. That's still key to who we are,
Sure.
because without the community input and involvement and support and all the things that we need, we're not a university. So even though it's not in the name, it's very much what connects us and drives us to continue the work that we do. And so as we came together early on, it's going on 6 years now, it's unbelievable. But we've done so many things, and it's because we've been a community and we've been a team, and we've taken that approach in working together and making sure that we're addressing all the needs that are out there to the best of our ability. And so one of the things that we did, Mark, early on was brought people together for what we call the master facility planning. And so this room actually that I'm in right now used to be the boardroom. And I remember this room being filled up with elders from our community and other folks that were had some kind of a stake in or interest in what we do. And we talked about what is people's vision, what do they want this new uh, campus to be like. And so from those conversations, we were able to take the input and design a different space. And so that took a lot of work. It took a lot of involvement from our tribal governing board and different entities within the LCO community, and a lot of other individuals that will be key and will be critical to us being able to make the move up there. So I want to thank those people, because that's part of the community, that's part of the team, that's how we get things done, and we wouldn't be able to get those things done if it wasn't for the fact that we were working together, communicating often, and moving through potential obstacles and barriers and challenges as a team. And because of that commitment from everybody, we've been able to accomplish the things that the community wanted us to do. And so the master facility plan, I'll just remind everybody, we will continue to operate programming from the site that we're at right now. And then much of the programming moves north to us up by Frummel Road where the farm is right now. And that area will be the site of the expansion that we're talking about. So next spring is my best estimate right now of when we'll be breaking ground. We've got an event coming up here this week, or excuse me, let me double check that, Mark, because I think it's
Yeah.
actually the 28th.
Okay.
Yeah, so September 28th, Thursday at 10 a.m. We invite everybody to come to the property where the farm is right now, and to help us do a ground blessing. Ground blessing, different than a groundbreaking. Ground blessing is us as Ojibwe people uh, paying our respects and asking Creator to bless the ground that we're going to be using, and for Mother Earth making that sacrifice for us to be able to do the good things that we need to do to make sure that we restore and preserve the language, the culture, history, which is in our mission at the university. So I believe the residence hall at this point is on point to get done. Actually, the groundbreaking for that will be happen sometime next spring, and then it could be a 9 to 18 month project. It just all depends, and so we'll see. How long that's going to be, but I suspect that within the next probably 12 to 15 months that we would be opening the doors to that facility and welcoming our first group of students, which I can tell you is just so exciting.
Yeah.
We opened this year with packed rooms of students, and our students are coming right out of high school. We also have the population that's been serving. We've been serving them for so long now, and to have that blend of students is just amazing, because it just does so much for the team spirit and the atmosphere here, and young people learning with older people, and people who are established in the community being able to be in the classroom and have that voice so younger people can hear from them, and then just being able to hear from younger people that because we don't want to be out of touch with how they perceive the world and how they navigate the world, because it's so much different than how I had to do it
Right. Yeah.
when I was growing up. And so we want to make sure that the university is a place that accommodates everybody. But I do want to address a rumor too, Mark. There's a rumor out there, I don't know how widespread it is or anything, but that the farm is being torn down. There's nothing further from the truth. As a matter of fact, the farm will relocate on the property, and it will actually have more space than it has right now. And
Okay.
the one, I think what might be confusing things is that there's a really old building there, as you know, and
Hmm.
that building is ready to fall in on itself. And
Sure.
so, just for sake of safety, that building probably does have to come down. But the farm itself is going to be something bigger and better and stronger than it was before. And so I'm really excited about that, because we just talked to some people that came up from the University of Wisconsin-Madison working in the research and extension programs down there. And we're going to be doing some community surveys and helping us to understand what the needs are. But we envision, Mark, what I call a Garden of Nations. And the Garden of Nations will be specific to the tribes that we serve, and also the other tribes in the state of Wisconsin. And so if you could imagine a space where you have plants and herbs and flowers and all the things that are indigenous to the lands where our people come from, things that have helped us with our sustenance and nourishing our bodies and medicines and those kinds of things. The Garden Nations will be a place that people can walk through and see, and even participate in the uh, planting of the seeds and cultivating and
Hmm.
all those things. So we're really excited about that. So look for that. It's going to be some pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, we had an interview with Joe Rothenberger. Boy, I think it was a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about, yeah, the farm's not going well. The farm is going somewhere, but it's staying on the property, and all the services that they offer, the community garden plots and the other research things that they're doing is going to continue on. And that's a very large piece of property, so it's not like the university is going to take up all the space. But getting back to the housing real quick, is this dorm room sort of housing, or is it independent living or family housing? What's going to be
Well,
in that facility?
good question. So there's really two types of housing that we're going to be building. This one that we're talking about is going to be single student housing. So it's
Okay.
going to be dormitory style. We're still figuring out some of the details. We've had this out to people who could potentially live there and getting their input, talking to our students and making sure that the space meets the needs, but also accommodates learning and socializing and all the things that will happen in that space.
Sure.
So, what if you could imagine walking in and there's common spaces, and some of it's lounge type space, some of it's a space dedicated to like recreational type activities,
Mm-hmm.
learning spaces, kitchen, a common kitchen, those kinds of things. And then what we'll have is suites. So you'll have open one door, walk in, and there'll be shared restroom and shower and uh, sinks and things like that for people to use. And then those that space then will branch off into two different rooms. And within those two rooms, you'll be able to sleep two people. So it'll be like a 4-person suite. Then there'll be smaller versions of that, and then there'll be place for our students who have needs for handicap related issues.
Okay.
And so we're creating that space to be accommodating all those different needs. So I'm excited about it. I've seen spaces like that before. I've built a dorm like that before, and it seems to be a space that works really well for people, because not only do you have the privacy that you need and a place where you can go wind down on your own, but at the same time, if you're looking for some socialization, or just be able to go out and play a game of pool or ping pong or whatever it is, there's place for that too. So we've really been very thoughtful and purposeful about planning that space.
Yeah. It's actually a place for community, which is again what the university has always been part of, is making this community and creating community spaces for the students now. That's really cool. Now, this is a really like the first installment of a bigger plan for this property, is it not? Are those plans still in place about building another site next to those dormitories then?
Yeah,
Space?
it's a $275 million project, and we're getting close to having raised 20 million of that already.
Wow.
And so that plan is to raise that money over 20 years. And of course, if I have anything to say about it, we'll make it happen a lot sooner than that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I've always told people that we don't have time, and we don't. But now we're talking about the fact that now is the time. Like, when
Mm-hmm.
you talk about things and you say, well, it'd be nice to do this, it'd be nice to do that, and then things don't get done. I mean, that happens to all of us in our personal lives.
Yeah.
And if you don't embrace every day and like give every day 100% and work for the people that are going to be the recipients of this and the future generations that are going to come behind us, it's our purpose to be here to create that opportunity for people. So I kind of see us as laying the foundation for that, and people that come after us will be able to take what was created and continue to build on it.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited about, just so families know that family housing is coming. I'm working right now with a group on low income housing tax credit project, and also new market tax credits to help us with some of the things that we want to do in terms of program delivery. So those things are happening. They're going on, and the chances of them happening are very good.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, people will be able to also, as families, bring their entire family with them,
Mm-hmm.
and there will be a place and a space for everybody. And it's going to be a very unique space. It's so exciting.
Yeah. No, I remember being part of, like you said, those earlier discussions and questions about, what big ideas do we have for that that space and the community and how the university plans to grow. And it was very, very exciting. And it's still very exciting to now hear that steps are being taken again for housing first, and then maybe reinvent the farm and where it's at and what it can do. It's exciting times for the university.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing us that update. We appreciate it. Dr. Russell Swager from the LCOO Ojibwe University. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Take care. All right. It is now time for Democracy Now! Here on WOJB.